Hello subscribers, here is another review, and this time it's the Schleich 2019 Young Giganotosaurus, or Juvenile Giganotosaurus. Now, when I saw reviews of this figure and people were comparing it to larger figures, I felt like, it was kind of small, so that's why I didn't want to buy it on Amazon for $20 because, I felt like $20 was a bit too overpriced for a figure of this size. But once it lowered down to, $14, I decided to buy it, use that as an opportunity. And by looking at it in the bag, it already looks cool. It could be Schleich's best Giganotosaurus. So let's get this thing out of the packaging. See, like most theropods, they always come on a plastic base to keep the legs from bending. Here's the Giganotosaurus out of its packaging, and I have to say, this figure looks fantastic. It could be one of my new favorite Schleich figures, or one of my new favorite Giganotosaurus figures. So let's take a look at the detailing as always. See, starting with the head right here, you're getting a lot of scale detailing here. Even though the skull's, a bit shrink wrapped, but Schleich's always going to make some minor issues. See, the teeth are very nicely sculpted and painted right here, as opposed to the 2019 Spinosaurus. See, the tongue is nicely sculpted, very glossy as well. And see, going down the body, you got all these nice scales, skin folds, and muscles all over the body, and these spikes right here, because Schleich loves giving spikes to their Giganotosaurus. See, the arms are nicely detailed, they're not pronated, which is good. See the feet, very bird-like feet right here. And see the tail, very muscular as always, and it's, curled. I wish it was straight out though, would have looked a bit better. So yeah, that's better for the detailing. The detailing on this figure is really good. Now let's talk about the paint job. I'm really liking this paint job here. As you can see, it's mostly brown, with some red in the face right here, a yellow eye, and then a charcoal colored feet and stripes. And I really like how they painted light gray stripes around the dark stripes right here. And also the charcoal color is also on the back of the head and down the spikes as well. And see the teeth are a beige color. This is a really nice paint job right here. And I don't really see any paint defects on this figure. So nice job, Schleich. Now let's talk about the aesthetics of this figure. And to me, this is a very nice and realistic looking figure right here. Especially with this awesome scale detailing, the proportions, and the color scheme. And a few things that could make this figure better is I wish the tail was more straight, because most theropods did have very stiff tails, and I wish the feet were a bit smaller. Other than that, this is still a really awesome looking figure right here, much better than Schleich's previous Giganotosaurus. Starting with the comparisons, here's the Schleich 2019 Juvenile Giganotosaurus next to Schleich's previous Giganotosaurus, and you can see how much Schleich has improved in terms of scientific accuracy. Like these Giganotosaurus right here, they aren't the worst dinosaur toys, but they're certainly figures that wouldn't appeal to a paleontologist's eye. Here's the Schleich Giga next to Safari's Giganotosaurus. And I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me on this, but I actually prefer this Schleich one over these two Safari ones. For me, I actually like the color scheme, the detailing, and the overall shape of this Giganotosaurus more. Also, this one seems a lot more durable. It can survive rough play. And this one really doesn't look like it'll survive rough play. This delicate tail, these delicate arms don't really look like they'll survive long. This is more, of a display piece than a toy. Here's the Schleich Juvenile Giganotosaurus next to the collecting mini Surfactinists. Well, there you have it, guys. This is my review on the Schleich 2019 Juvenile Giganotosaurus. And yes, I highly recommend you guys picking this figure. It's a very nice figure from Schleich, and also Schleich's first scientifically accurate Giganotosaurus. Oh yeah, one thing I forgot to mention is that they managed to get the slenderness of Giganotosaurus correct. And if I had to give this figure a rating, I'd probably have to give it a 9.5 out of 10. If it wasn't for, these oversized feet and the curly tail, it probably would have gotten a 10. But this is still a really nice figure. So if you guys like this review, leave a comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.